town.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Musical Notes. I'm Judith Marchand. You are listening to PANJ Radio. And I am here with Miss Audrey Burns. Thank you for joining me, Audrey.
Hey, Judy. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we are being absolutely blown away. I mean, our socks are being knocked off by our guest band here, the Philadelphia Soul Society. Thank you guys for joining us. Wow,
yes,
wow.
They have brought a lot of soul.
A lot of soul. We've been hearing them practice, and it's unbelievable. So we've got, this is a 9-piece band. I think it's the largest, it's definitely the largest band that we've had here. And they're from kind of all over. So let's start off with just a little bit of introduction. Why don't you tell me your name, where you're living, and what your role is in the band. So let's start out with the beautiful young lady here.
Hi, I'm Jamie Hines.
Hi, Jamie.
Background vocals. I'm from Northeast Philadelphia.
Thank you for coming,
Thanks for
Jamie.
having me.
And the
Yay.
female representative of the band.
Yes, beautiful voice.
She has 8 men behind her.
How do you keep them all in line?
The music.
The music.
There you go.
Awesome. And you, sir?
Yeah, my name is Jim
Jimmy?
Hines, and that's my daughter,
Wow.
Jamie. Yeah, and I'm just singing. That's all I do, all the time. All sing all the time.
That's what you should do. Yes, and we're going to hear that very soon. Oh. And you're from Philly, too, yes?
Oh, I live in Drexel Hill, over in Delaware County in Pennsylvania.
Great. Thank you for coming. All right, we have some horns here. Soul Society horns. Yes? Who are these horn members? Tell me your name, where you live, yes, what you're playing here. Who are you?
My name is Jim Verdor. I'm from Horsham, Pennsylvania. I play the Barry sax.
That's a
Nice.
large sax. That is
Yeah.
fun. Mm-hmm.
And I'm Bobby Michaels. I'm from Philadelphia, and I play tenor sax.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I'm John Trimble. I'm originally from Vegas, and I hate the sax. No.
Where are
He's
you
playing
living
the
now?
trumpet.
Hatboro.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow, all the way from Vegas.
I used to live in
Thanks for coming.
Hatboro.
All right, we've got some guitarists behind you there.
My name is Jim Levius, born in Trenton, raised in Yardley, living in Mountainside, New Jersey right now.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Hi, I'm Al Devis, bass player. Was a member to the band.
Oh.
And enjoying the sound.
Congratulations.
Hey, Al's only had one practice with us.
Wow, no way. All right, and you're from Philly too, yes? All right. Very good. Thanks for joining us. All right, we've got some drumming back there. And
I'm Steve Shive. I'm from Fallsington, PA. And I'm the drummer.
Yeah. They all groan.
And I hate everybody.
Well then, thanks.
Just kidding.
We're sort of glad you came then.
Scott Simon,
Scott.
I'm the piano player, just shoot me. I live right up the river, Stockton, New Jersey.
Stockton,
Yeah.
wonderful
All right.
neighbors. Yay. All right.
Scott's from Yardley as well, originally. His sister was my babysitter
Yes.
years ago. And his
my
high school
gosh.
girlfriend was my babysitter.
My girlfriend was his babysitter. So I used to go over to make time while she was making money.
Wow, it must have been a much older sister, right? Well, all right, and then how would you describe this music that you're going to treat us to today?
Mr. Nevius, what do you call it?
This is a song called Are You Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask the question, are you ready?
We are ready.
We're ready. Now,
Ready for the change to come? There we go.
Wow.
yeah. How would you describe the music?
How would I describe the music? I'm half deaf, so I don't hear that. Well, the music, really, Scott did the bulk of the writing. It was fantastic writing and really built around Jim Hines' voice. He's a guy that really gelled everything together. And the music, we try to mix all sorts of styles of soul and, whatever really goes together and makes a good sound.
All right, well,
I would say.
Well, let's hear some of this Philadelphia Soul Society. I just can't wait to treat our audience members to. It's fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
So are we ready?
Are we ready?
We are ready.
I think we're ready.
It's a doggone shame what they put you through. I should know, I've been there too. There's plenty of days when the sun won't shine. Today's the day, it's gonna be fine. Are you ready? Yeah, ready to have some fun. Are you ready? Yeah, ready for a change to come. Don't stand still when they put you down. Step aside and walk around. 1 and 1, oh, it still makes 2. There's plenty of space for me and you. Are you ready? Ready to have some fun. Are you ready? Yeah, ready for a change to come. Are you ready? Yeah, ready to have some fun. Are you ready? Ready for a change to come. I've been searching. Take me I've got to say, love is built, not ready-made. Don't let this one pass you by. Are you ready? I am ready to have some fun. Are you ready? Oh, yeah, ready for a change to come. Are you ready? Ready to have some fun. Are you
Wow, speechless. Ready and speechless.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Better
Thank
than
you.
ready. Wow.
But yeah. All right, well, tell us how this incredibleness formed. You guys have been around for a while, yes?
Well, actually, we met at a wedding. Mr. Nevius was getting married, and as it turns out, his lovely bride is also the cousin of Jim Hines' wife, Sarah. So we were in Frenchtown.
That's awesome.
The Frenchtown.
Scott was the best man.
I was the best man.
Best man, yeah.
We're sitting at the bridal table, you know, in one of those round things, Frenchtown Hotel, drinking our asses off, having a great time. And in the middle of all this, all of a sudden, breaking out in song is Mr. Hines. I hadn't met him yet. He just,
He was doing that.
Somebody
then.
asked me to sing some opera, and I sang O Sole Mio.
Wow.
And it just
That was incredible.
blew me away. I'd never heard someone that close, that good. I was like, oh my goodness. So afterwards, I wandered over and asked him, I said, you ever play in a band? And he said no, and I said,
No.
yeah. He said no, and I said, well, I can write you some songs. I have a studio. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
And then we started bringing in all the other players, the best players we could get our hands on, and you know, make a record. And here we are.
Now, when was this wedding?
August of 2014.
Wow.
I remember that day.
Yes. You won't forget that.
It took us a couple iterations. We've had a couple bass players, and we had 2 drummers. Steve is now our permanent drummer, and so all that changing around took time to get what we call our core. Before we could bring in professionals like Bobby, John, and Jim to play with us, we had to have our crap together before we put their neck in the noose along with us. And then Jim had always told me, he goes, I have a daughter. Oh, she sings, you should hear her. I go, blah, blah, blah. And he kept telling me, it took me 2 years. So finally he convinced her to come around to the studio for a rehearsal. I heard her sing, I went, oh my God, what am I going to do with this?
Gonna bring her on board.
So I wrote her a song called Help, which we'll play later on tonight, but as it turns out, Jamie is a certified drug and alcohol rehabilitation counselor.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
That's
Good for
awesome.
you.
So when you hear us sing the song, or when you hear Jamie sing the song, it's more for Jamie than
Oh, wow. That's admirable.
Wow.
oh, excuse me.
Just in case you weren't
On that
listening.
note,
I just wondered if you went back or did you talk to Jamie after we're finished?
How many have you
This is a
had
guy
so
from
far?
Vegas, you never know.
Hey, you never know.
So now, how did you get the name? That's
We originally called ourselves, well, we're an older set.
This is so funny.
Yeah, we originally called ourselves Geezer.
Geezer?
Yeah.
The geezers?
Yeah.
Right away, my wife said, no.
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 So we just started tossing names around on the phone, and one name morphed into another, and into another, to Philadelphia Soul Society. And then all the wives said yes.
yes.
Oh,
All right.
that's,
Yeah.
that's smart ladies.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Wait, it was fun. I think we set up Soul Society.
Nah.
We had Soul Society going, and then we said, let's put Philadelphia there. And because we're all from around Philadelphia, we've all been influenced by the music over the years, and put the stamp on it, So that's what we did, and here we are.
Yeah, I like the logo too.
And welcome Al.
Yeah.
Here's our man.
Yeah.
By the way, Al is Jamie's uncle.
Ah.
Well,
Nice.
how to slice? It's a family.
It's a family affair.
All kinds of ties going on. That's great. All right,
I
so
see there's music in the genes.
musical genes.
Musical
yes.
genes, yeah.
Themes with a G. All right, so you want to tell us about the next song you're going to play?
Sure. The next song is called We Can Have It. Some people say We Can Make It, but I call it We Can Have It. Anyway, it's about peace. The actual title is Peace, We Can Have It. We did a video for that, shot in Philadelphia with Jim. And it's just really about the times that we're living in now. And peace seems to be about the most elusive thing out there, and probably it's something everybody wants and no one knows how to get. And this is our little tribute to that effort, pursuing peace.
Wow, that's so important.
So,
Yeah, especially in these times right now, that is an excellent message. So,
And that video's on our website.
Yeah.
yes, tell us about your website. What's
You
the
can go to
website?
the website, and the video's right there on the home
What is
page.
the website?
What is the website?
Well,
Yes.
the website
Clue us
is,
in.
I can't
Philadelphia
remember.
Soul Society.
It's all spelled out.
www.philadelphiasoulsociety.com.
All right. Very good.
The name of the band.
Jamie,
No, I think that was just
Step
a
in here.
geriatric moment.
that was a geezer moment. Was it
Oh, there's plenty of those.
Steve, the head of the geezers?
My synapses are a little gummy.
No, actually, Mr. Hines is the head of the Geezers, if I believe, right?
Is that so?
Yes.
Oh, that can't be. No. Surely not.
No, don't call him Shirley.
When is that, where is that June gig going to be? June 3rd,
At the Puck.
the pub.
Oh.
2 days after I turned 70.
Wow.
Whoa! Wow,
Yay.
you look much younger. Much younger.
It's going to be a birthday party at the pub.
Yeah.
Brave man.
Birthday party at the Puck. Well, since we're on that, let's wait. You also have a Facebook page, right? Philadelphia Soul Society. So people can find you there, and you have more music on there, right? And then, so tell us where you're going to be playing next, because I know people are going to want to come hear you live now that they've heard this. I mean, I do.
Well, coming up, we're going to be at the Patriots Crossing on March 4th.
Right, that's right,
And,
right
that's
in
right
Washington's
down the road.
Crossing.
in Titusville,
Titusville,
or
yeah.
Washington's Crossing. Yeah.
Now, we have other dates we're working on in between, but these are the dates we have booked so far. June 3rd, we will be at the Roxy
Isn't
and
that-
Dukes in Dunellen, New Jersey.
Right, Roxy and Dukes.
Big gig.
Or no, I'm sorry, I got them backwards. June 3rd will be at Puck Live in Doylestown.
Okay, June 3rd
For
at
Jimmy's
Puck's.
birthday.
And then June
Right,
9th.
yes, birthday party.
June 9th will be at Roxy and Dukes in Dunellen, New Jersey.
Okay, all right, so
And,
March will be the next one, which will be just in a few weeks, and is that a,
March 4th.
March
right.
4th, is that a Saturday?
That's a
Yeah,
Saturday. night.
Saturday, that's usually at
Saturday,
8 o'clock, so yeah, come out to
And that's a
Patriots.
small place. It's very intimate. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a great little venue.
Oh, yeah, you guys are going
It's
to
gonna
blow
be a
the
lot of
walls off
fun.
of that place.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'll be a blast. Mhm.
Yeah. I think your calendar's going to fill up pretty quickly.
I think so, yeah. So, so check these guys out online, go to their gigs, sign them up for your event, and let's hear another song.
Okay, Mr. Shad?
Okay, ready?
Philadelphia Soul Society, right here on PANJ Radio.
No matter what they do or what they say, I don't care what they tell me, baby. I ain't going away. You keep me coming back. Oh, back for more. Oh yeah, that's alright. It's alright with me. Yeah, that's alright. You're alright with me. Every time we hit the town, people stare. Let them look our way. Honey, we don't care. Looks can't buy love or build a dream. Oh yeah, that's alright. It's alright with me. Yeah, that's alright. You're alright with me. Because we can have it, baby. We can make it on our own. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I better be dancing up a storm when I'm 70. Like, wow.
That's awesome.
Sing like a
Wow.
20-year-old. And the horns, and yeah.
So I have a burning question.
Burning question, Audrey.
Jimmy,
Please.
when did you start singing?
Start.
When he was born.
But yeah, right.
My mama told me you better shop around. I'm going way back. I mean, I've been singing so long. It's like
It's like
shop
breathing,
around.
huh?
Was that
You started
60s?
singing before talking, right?
A long, long time. But I started studying voice about 7 years ago at the Settlement Music School for the purpose of using it properly. And I found out then I'm what's called a Helden tenor.
What does
And a
that mean?
Helden tenor, Helden. A Helden tenor is also sometimes called a Wagnerian tenor. And that's a tenor whose voice sounds like baritone, but you go all the way up into high C with that particular round fullness sound. And it's not many Helden tenors in the world. I found that out too when I started studying voice. And that helped a lot. I sing in the church all the time, so Scott calls it the GS.
Oh, yeah.
That's the gospel scream.
Gospel That's awesome.
I love it.
When we first started recording, I'd written some songs and I would sing them and they sound like hell. But I said, Jim, this is kind of the idea, that I'm looking for. And so he'd stand out there at the microphone, poor guy, and he'd have to listen to my brutal vocals. And then I said, can you put a little bit more in it? And he goes, oh, you mean GS?
I love
Remember,
that.
that's when you told me, don't hurt yourself. So anyway, that's how that came around.
Well, did you sing? So I can't believe you only just started studying 7 years ago. Did you sing besides the church and other bands and things before
church,
that?
Open nights at a bar, open mic nights at a bar.
Wow.
Wow.
And listening to like Pavarotti and different ones, because I always did like that type of singing, that operatic type of. I used to play around with Pagliacci, and now I know it, I sing it. I sang at an Italian restaurant over in Media, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So it's just something I do. I sing. That's me. My wife bought me a T-shirt, and it says, "I don't always sing. Oh wait, yes I do."
Well,
I drove a tractor trailer for 42 years.
Oh,
And I sing in the truck all the time, ride down the road, keep myself awake. So
Well,
singing is just.
I'm glad that
That's
we all
awesome.
get to appreciate it now. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
very cool.
thank you. Wow.
So now, who would you say as a band would be some of your musical influences? I mean, I know you all come from such diverse backgrounds, but for this kind of music, are there particular influences in your?
Maybe that's for Scott. He's
Yeah.
For me, it's so vast. We
Yeah, I mean-
all come from different experiences. It'd be hard for us to list them all.
Yeah.
Most of us, I think what we all have in common, we grew up with the songs of the late 60s and the golden
We've all played in different, in new wave bands and rock bands. I was in an electronic band. And throughout all those experiences, the one commonality was the soul, the feeling of the music, the original, the guts
Right.
of the music. And
Yes.
that's something that Philadelphia music scene is bred and made vibrant in the world. The great songs, the great songwriting, the arrangers who put those tunes together did it in a way that no one has ever done. I haven't heard it since then. It's just a feeling that they do, and this is maybe perhaps our homage to that. That we're a product of Philadelphia, no matter how you look at it. And this is our way of expressing our membership in a great community.
I love that. Yeah, and you play excellent.
It might also be Scrapple. If you read Scrapple, you're just getting into this kind of music. Or cheesesteak.
Well, your soul is definitely in your
Philly.
in your
In
music.
your belly.
Yes, and we can feel it really connect to it and that emotion. It's wonderful. All right, so we got to go to a quick commercial break, but we're going to come back. We're going to hear some more of this soul, and I can't wait for that. So Don't go away, don't move your mouse, don't change your URL. We'll be back in just a few moments with more of the Philadelphia Soul Society. Don't go away.
And the darkness turns back into day.
Yeah. Yeah. I woke up and go, oh, that's why I just said that's it. I'm going back. I'm going to be like a going back. Which I played with later. Those techniques.
Hatboro is a great little town. I used to live in Hatboro, actually.
Love that.
And I was just there the other day.
I can't help it. I gotta do it. Eye of the tiger. Thank I still have never been in there. I've seen little things they have advertising. It's like, sweet, I gotta go sometime. Tropicana, Sand Hill. Okay.
songs, listen to him. And I had to write the song in Italian and write it in English just to make sure I get the feel of it and all that.
That's funny. He came up to me one time we were practicing. He says, you know, Johnny, he says, singing and playing the music is the same thing. You're breathing too much. But he says, you don't go high.
I like that
You take
one.
in just enough air to say what you're going to say.
Very interesting.
And it was amazing. He was so right. Because, you know, the horn players were all stuck there going, yeah, right. You got it all the time.
That's awesome.
John, who's the guy who ended up in your tomato patches?
Oh, that was Buddy Rich.
Buddy Rich.
Buddy Rich, yeah. Yeah. He liked those tomatoes, especially after he had a few.
Bloody Mary.
Call it what you want.
We're all ready.
Yes, yes, yes.
Tai Chi player.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're gonna, I'm gonna ask you about your CD and current recordings and stuff, and we'll do more songs and be good. All right, good.
Everybody's on set? Everybody's
On
ready?
set? Okay, all right, so we'll have the intro music come on back up again, and we'll do it all over.
Let's do it. Everybody quiet on the set? Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
And the sun goes down upon this river town.
Hi, welcome back, everybody. This is Judith Marchand. You're listening to Musical Notes on PANJ Radio. And I'm here with Miss Audrey Burns.
Hello.
Hello, Audrey. We have this band here that I almost can't even describe.
It's amazing.
Yes, unbelievable.
Totally amazing.
Yeah, so this is the Philadelphia Soul Society. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for being here. Nine-piece band that has traveled quite a ways to get here. And I'd like to talk a little bit about you have a CD that's already out and one that you're working on, I believe. So tell me a little bit about the CD.
Go Diamond. Go Diamond.
The
Me
current-
again? No. The first record was recorded between 2014 and 2015. Various players, what have you, on it. And then we sat on it for a while because we didn't have a band, we didn't have a drummer. And we didn't have these lovely gentlemen with us.
The horn
We were,
section.
Yeah, still in search of that. We hired a group of friends that I know from New York, the Uptown Horns. I knew them from when we were kids. And they were very gracious and put up with my ham hands and played on the record for us. But, we're a Philadelphia band. We won Philadelphia Soul Horns with us. And so that's what we got. Then once we got up and running and started practicing, we got Steve came into the band, and that changed everything. Because this man has what I call swing.
This is
Some
the drummer.
drummers play with their shoulders, with their arms, a hand, but he swings. The first practice I was at with him, and we sat down and we just started, and it was like, I said, that's the man.
That's it, it clicked.
Done. Done. And then once, it all got rolling, we never stopped writing, regardless, what we're doing. We're always writing, coming up with ideas. Someone comes up with an idea. A lot of them get scraps, but maybe one or two of them are good, and we keep them, and we now have enough to record our second record, and that's official because Steve brought his drums up to my studio, so
All right.
now we're committed. My wife said, I saw them drums in the house. I said, honey, don't worry, I got it down, I got a schedule. So that'll probably take us into April. We got to lay down some bass and drum tracks, some other rhythm tracks, and these fine gentlemen have to come in and put their magic on it. And then we work with Mr. Hines on the vocals, and before you know it, goes out the door to my friend John Ashton from the Psychedelic Furs. He masters our records. He has a lab up in Woodstock, and he and I have been friends since 1981.
Awesome.
And he does a great job on our music, and because we're friends, he gives me a good break.
That's good.
Nice.
So your first album was it? What's the name of the first?
It was
album?
called, the first record was called Philadelphia Soul Society with the Uptown Horns. This one, we're not sure of it. There's a song that I'm working on, and it's called I Want to Testify, and Jim sings it. And I said to my wife, I think I want to call the record Testify. She goes, no.
Oh no! Why didn't she like that?
She said, they're going to think it's like a religious record, And I said, she's a branding professional. That's what she does in New York, and so I trust her.
Respect her opinion.
Absolutely
As you
respect. Been together 37 years.
Wow.
I know when to keep my mouth.
She branded you.
Yeah, I got a great big. It's right back. Oh, I'm going to show
Guilty
you.
as charged.
But anyway,
We can show that on the radio. No?
yeah. I got an ass that's built for radio.
I don't know. I thought that was a satanic symbol on there.
You know what? I'm not wearing my robe over your house anymore. But seriously, We don't have a name for the new record yet, and we're going to be fielding offers and ideas from everybody. You know, and every that's a thing. This is an equal opportunity ensemble. Everybody has equal say in writing or what they want to do, what they feel like doing, or if they have an idea, because the ideas come from the least expected places.
True.
You know, if you stick to one format, you're going to live one format. Right. And I'm hoping that this little ensemble here blossoms into something that we don't even understand yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it is.
This is only
I would
our
say yes.
second performance together, right, guys? I mean,
Wow.
Really?
This
No
is
kidding.
And these guys don't rehearse with
That's
us.
amazing.
They just come in and read the music. That's how good they are.
Wow.
You know,
They are
Wow.
good.
that's the genius of these gentlemen.
Yeah.
And so, you know, but we have to rehearse a lot, don't we, guys? To get it right.
Well, so now, so you record at your house?
I have a
your
farm.
studio?
I have a farm outside of Stockton,
Okay.
and it's in the middle. I have 27 acres, and we're right smack dab in the middle, so I could blow off an atom bomb there. And nobody will
That's
care.
great. Now, and do you do most of the writing, or there do others?
Well, I start. You know, some has to start somewhere.
Mhm.
So it started off with me, and but as the band has grown and we've all found our positions, here is a prominent writer coming down the road. Jim and I have been writing together for 40 years. It just took somebody to like launch the ship, you know, and get it going. Then the talent starts to fill in. You know, the writers blossom and they do their thing, and that's, you know, I told Jim, remember back in 2014, I said, I don't know how many songs I have in me.
Yeah.
I always told him, I go, this could be the last one. I may run out. I don't know. You know.
But the hits keep
Never
coming.
know.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing.
But the thing is that, you know, the more souls you have involved in this, the better it is, the
Sure.
brighter it is, the richer it is. And I can't wait to hear all the ideas. I'm sure this man's hiding some ideas somewhere. I haven't even got to him yet. So.
He's
Yeah,
got
mind's
he's got a
clear.
few
Mind's
under
right
his hat there, man.
Yeah. Well, and
Come
what,
here,
So that's that.
and what do you like to? What influences your writing? This is like you said, ideas can come from anywhere.
It just comes from outer space. To
Yeah.
be honest with you. It's no, you know, I have no idea. That's like I said, I may run out. I don't know. So I mean, I'll go weeks. I go up and I look at my piano and I hate it. you know, I don't want to even touch it. I'm like, ugh, gives me heebie-jeebies. And then I'll find myself stuck up there days in a row. You know, just going, trying to figure something out.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. I'm sure all these guys, we all share the same experience as musicians, especially, you know, growing up and being artists who do their own material. You run into these dry patches, you run into rich patches,
Sure.
and but the idea is you just put your head down, keep going.
Keep going. Yeah. Well, we're glad you do. So tell us about this next song that you're going to play.
Oh, this next song we put together after Jamie, Jim Hines' daughter, the beautiful Jamie Hines. She came and joined us as a background vocalist, and when she was in the studio, I heard her singing some other stuff, and I said, uh-oh. So I got together with the guys, and we came up with an idea for a tune, simple blues type tune, and it's called Help. And it was inspired by the fact that Jamie is a certified drug and alcohol rehabilitator.
It has been for many years.
Yes, for quite some time.
Yeah.
And so this is a song for her, about her.
All right. Wonderful.
It's called Help.
Philadelphia Soul Society.
When it comes to living,
can't wait for your next show. March 4th. Patriots, right? All right. We'll be there.
Incredible.
So I'm thinking maybe we can get some more of you kind of engaged a little bit. I'm wondering if you can each give us a little bit brief, kind of how you got into music and a little bit about your music career. I know some of you have played with some pretty big name people. So what do you think? Who wants to start? Maybe one of the horn guys.
John, start with John
I
True.
think the horn guy wants to talk.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mr. Trumpet Man.
Mr. Trumpet.
How did I start? Well, everybody always says, how did you choose the trumpet? How do you choose music? You don't. It chooses you. If you can think of doing anything other than music, you should probably do that. Honestly, I mean, it's extremely competitive,
Yes.
ridiculous. And it's not even so much of how much you play or how well you play, who you played with, great. Who would you play with twice? That's what I'd like to know. But the main thing is, I was born into it. So for me, there was no other way. Kind of like if you're born in a certain area, you know certain things.
Right.
And that's the way things are going to be. And that's just the way it was for me. There was no thought of anything ever happening. The concept of a real job, I really don't know what that is. I really don't.
But why trumpet?
Well, I started on the trumpet as, well, let me back up a little bit. My father was a trombone player, Buddy Rich's band leader. He's in all different books. And my grandfather was a Florence Welk for decades. And both of them trombone players. This is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a trombone player. I'm sitting in a band with my dad. I'm maybe 3, 4 years old. I have a little toy trumpet. And I'm listening to the trumpets in the back of my head. And they're loud. They're really loud. And it really hurt. Now, these are the good ones. Some of the greatest. Some of the guys from Stan Kenton's orchestra. Some of the guys from Buddy Rich's orchestra. Just amazing players. And I couldn't take it. I just couldn't stand it. I look over at my dad and I went, gee, is it always so loud? And he goes, if you don't like it, you can't be a trombone player.
Oh.
I went, all right. So I went up and I sat in the trumpet section. And I just never came back down.
You were stuck.
Never
That's
wanted
awesome.
to. So I can dish it out. I just can't take it. Truth be told, most of the music I enjoy and listen to is trombone music.
Awesome.
I'm the strange one. That's the odd thing. So that's in a nutshell. That's how I came.
Okay.
by.
Thank
I was
you.
born into it.
All right.
Nice.
Who else would like to share? Great story.
Go Bobby Michaels.
Yeah.
Bobby Michaels. There he is. the Bobby
All
Michaels
right.
show.
Got a
Got
sax player
nothing
here.
quite as with the pedigree as that. But started out on accordion at 5 years old, and started out during the summer, and got sunburn on my back, and the accordion hurt. So
was
at
enough of
5
that.
years old, the easiest way to solve that problem is give the accordion back. And I did. And a few years later, watching my cousin play sax, actually watching my cousin play this saxophone, I got really interested in saxophone, decided I wanted to play that, and I was kind of small, so they started me on clarinet, which I still play today, and then moved over to the sax. And moving along, I just, did pretty good through high school, got into some bands, hooked up with a great blues band in the blues revival period, the late 70s, called the Rock Bottom Band, which I was very fortunate to get into. I got to meet some great people, Steve Krismar, Steve Geiger, to name a couple. And that really got me going. I was able to get into college and keep going. And from there, I wound up playing in Vegas a bit with some bands and touring, toured with several different acts, the Stylistics, Bill Haley Jr., I don't know, a lot of different things along the way. Billy Paul.
Yeah.
A lot of Philly-based acts, and fortunately, still relevant, in my late 50s. So that's a great thing.
Oh, it's incredible.
And
Keep going.
I just want to second what he said. If you can think of anything else to do, do it, because music chooses you.
Yes.
You don't choose it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great.
All right. How about our other horn player here?
I started saxophone in 4th grade in schools, public schools in Montgomery County in Happer-Horsham School District. I heard the guy play the horn, saxophone, and my life changed that day. I was totally into sports as a kid. I got my first paying gig, I think, when I was 13, which abruptly ended my professional soccer career aspirations, that sort of thing. So I was like, I haven't gotten paid to play soccer yet, so this is, I think I'm on the right road here. And then you just play in various bands through different time. Played with Bobby a bunch in the last couple of years. Recently did a run of shows with the Beach Boys, which was really a lot of fun.
Wow.
Got to play with my heroes, so that was like the best. And
Excellent.
just really can take you on some great journeys.
That's awesome.
So it's
Well, thank you.
as much as you guys, but it's good.
All right. How about some of the guys behind you there?
I see you back there. Yeah, don't be hiding.
My name is Al. Well, actually it's Jimmy, but so many Jimmys I don't know.
Yes, there's 4 Jims in your band.
Yeah. Let's see. I started very young. My brother was a drummer, and he had a band. And this was back in the 70s, and his bass player was in a gang, so he used to always have to go off a gang war. So while he was going on a gang war, I would play on the bass.
Better idea, yes.
Perfect opportunity.
Good job.
That's how it started with me. And it kind of flourished and ventured out. I started playing with a lot of different Philly bands. I backed the Intruders. I did some stints with Blue Notes. I did a little thing, very small, Phil Hyman a couple times, and Billy Paul, and quite a few people.
Yeah, excellent.
Still on.
Good. Keep going. Stay out of the gang.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to tell you this. This is so funny. This man called me up and told me that he was in a band and he was singing.
Jimmy.
And this is my brother-in-law, and I had never in life heard him sing anything.
What?
Wow.
You're singing to the truck.
So,
Oh, right.
Is it April Fool's? What are you talking about?
Thank you.
So we take it you like him, right?
Yeah, definitely. The man said he needed me to play, so here I am.
And we're glad.
Well, we made a good decision.
All right. Okay, who else? We've got a few more minutes to talk.
Steve, one take, Steve.
Oh boy, where do I begin?
At the beginning.
I started on piano and I hated it. And I always wanted to play the drums. My dad was a big Elvis Presley fan, so probably the first drummer I was ever exposed to was DJ Fontana, who was Elvis's original drummer. And, it's very typical. I saw the Beatles in 1963 on Ed Sullivan, and Ringo was a big influence, along with all the soul drummers like, help me out, guys.
One take, Steve.
Max Roach, right?
Well, yeah, Max Roach was a big influence, but he was a jazz drummer.
Buddy Rich?
Aretha's drummer, Bernard Purdy, was a big influence on me. And Hal Blaine, played on hundreds and hundreds of records. And so when I was in high school, I started playing in bands when I was 13. I played my first public performance when I was 5 with a symphony orchestra in this little town I grew up in. And then I kind of fancied myself as a guitar player and fell back into the drums. And I've worked over the years. I've worked with the original Flamingos and a regional artist from around here, Billy Harner. And then I hooked up with and worked with Daryl Hall and John Oates for a little bit, did a record with Daryl Hall. And they turned me on to an artist by the name of Tim Moore, who wrote a really famous song called Second Avenue, one of the great songs. Not a lot of people know of Tim, but artists like Art Garfunkel and Etta James, and the Bay City Rollers did some of his material. And from Daryl Hall and from Tim Moore, I got to play with Robbie Dupree, and then I played with Kingfish, which was a Bob Weir, Grateful Dead spin-off band. and got to work with some great producers. Probably the tops among them was Ken Scott, who, when I worked with him, I never knew that he actually engineered, was assistant engineer on some of the material on Sgt. Pepper's, and was a second engineer on the Beatles' White Album. So, you know, when we found this out, it was like, you know, the sessions would be like coming in and asking him all these questions about, you know, Ringo and, you know, how they got the drum sound on this or that. And after I worked with him, I discovered this guy worked with everybody I ever admired and liked in music, you know, from Elton John to Jeff Beck to the Dixie Dregs.
That's
I mean,
impressive.
this guy just worked with everybody. So that was probably like a big highlight of my career, to work with a producer of that caliber.
Definitely.
And
Well,
and I've worked with some other great
That's a
producers.
great resume.
but, Ken Scott was the guy. So
All right.
I've been around a long time. Now I have another band with my
daughter.
son, who's a guitar player, and Judith knows us
Yeah,
from playing
Vermilion,
the
yeah.
Prasleville Festival last
yeah.
year.
Yeah,
And
I
my
was
daughter
there.
But I'm
Brooke
gonna-
is the lead singer. That
All
band's
right.
called Vermilion. And then these guys, the original bass player for the Soul Society, I was doing a tribute
You
to.
know, I want to make sure that you guys have enough time for your last song.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry. I'm like
gonna
blabbing on. You
I'm
gotta cut
going to
me
cut you
here.
off a little bit here, but and we didn't get to hear from the other players, but if you want to maybe just share like really brief, and so we can get your last song in.
Well, Scott and I started playing when we were kids,
well,
right?
we heard from-
We started really in a band, Neighbors and Allies. It was a new wave band or punk band, whatever you want to call it. And that band, we did quite well in the city. We got connected to TJ Tyndall in that band. TJ produced a record I did, a band called Neva, and there's an MTV video out there somewhere on that, which I'm not going to tell you how to find. Scott went with our daughter's wedding and had a hit song with a song called Lawn Chairs. Was that 82?
1981.
1981. And then we got back with Neighbors again in the 80s, and Island Records signed us. We were doing really well, and then the guy who signed us passed away. And that was that. I left music for a while, was doing music in the church, and then came back. Scott and I just got back together and started doing it again, so we've been working off and on for a long time. And
Yeah, we used to get together once a week just to write for the hell of it. We did a Spanish language record for a fictitious band we called Bacho, and it was a lot of fun doing that. And Jim's wife Patty, who's now deceased, she sang on it. She was one of the original stars in Cats. She was
Role of Demeter,
Fantastic.
yeah.
which color cat was she?
It was a calico.
The calico cat. Yeah.
Demeter,
All right,
yeah.
guys,
All
I
right.
know we're really running out of time, so
Okay.
I
Let's
want to
play
make
music.
sure that you have your last song in.
This is the premiere song from the album You've Got Soul.
Society, we're so grateful to have you here. Thank you so much. You came a long ways, and your music's just unreal. So we're going to wind up with this final song. I'm so glad that everyone could join us. Well, let's hear it.
Okay, you got soul. 1, 2, 3.
Lights out, they cut the power, you ain't got no phone. It's alright, but you've got soul. Oh yeah. when you're all alone. You're not on your own. You got soul. Hey, hey, yeah. Hey, you got soul, baby. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. You got soul. Hey, no, no, no. Hey, you got soul. Hey, hey, hey. I said, there's something inside. They can't take it. Oh, no. Oh, no. No matter how hard you try, you can't make it. No, no, no. When you're all alone, you're not alone, not on your own. I hear the voice. Hey, yeah. I hear the voice across the sea of time. It's all right, 'cause you got soul. It doesn't matter if you're red, brown, black or white. It's all right, 'cause you got soul. Hey, 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 my man. It's something inside. They can't take it. I know they can't. No, no. No matter how hard you try, you can't make it. No, no, no. When you're all alone, you're not alone. You got soul. You got soul. You got it. Hey, 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 you got it. Hey, 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 well then you got it. Hey, 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 you really got it. You got it. Hey, 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 you got it. Well then you got it. You got it. You really got it. You got it. You got soul. You got it. You really got it. Hey, 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 you really got it. Hey, 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 well then you got it. You got it. You really got it. You got it. Hey, 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 they can't take it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Well then you got it. You got it. Hey, 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 you really got it. You got it. You got soul.
Thank you so much, everyone. Philadelphia Soul Society on PANJ Radio. This is Judith Marchand with Musical Notes. See y'all next time.
Turns back into day.